I was in a place like this, shrouded in mist and darkness. I saw her.
This is a true vision, or did he give you that vision?
I saw its eyes. Piteous and eternal.
Sauron's eyes.
I think it's been here. I think it's been here among us all along.
You're with us now.
She had a true vision.
What did you do differently this time?
The Lord of Gifts shared your worry that men are too corruptible. So we sought to fortify the alloy by adding nori through.
No. If you wanted to do that, you should have. It would save us immeasurable hours of toil if we would offer this one single word of counsel.
But he doesn't want to be involved, and you're forcing him right there to be involved. So maybe it was not a real vision that she had.
Forgive me, my lord, but Durin the Younger has arrived from Khazad-dûm. No, he says it is urgent. Something about the rings. I will see what he wants. No.
Not you. Are you really beginning to have doubts about your friend?
Is it possible? The ring he's wearing?
No. We used the
But
same
yes.
process. But there simply cannot be a fault in your ring.
Oh, the denial. I can't do
The
anything.
fault in the ringmaker. How much do you really know about this Arnatar?
It pains me to say. For what you saw, I did not wish for any of you to see. Until I had helped him to heal.
You speak of Lord Celebrimbor.
Told that creation was exacted from him in crafting the 3 and the 7 has left him diminished, vulnerable to the shadow.
Oh, the manipulation. You're gonna say that is the shadow he has, but he doesn't.
Strange. When the light caught your hair, for a moment you seemed her perfect likeness.
His likeness.
My Lady Galadriel's, of course.
I'm not sure that comparing a woman to another is really a compliment, but okay. Seems that it worked on her.
This shrine is condemned by order of the king.
Eh?
It's in the way of the new aqueduct. Leave willingly, only by force. The king sends his apologies.
Oh!
How's it feel to have a daughter who's ashamed of you?
Oh, I would love for you to slap him, that boy.
Wait. Case how then if I am in Utopia?
Give him the rod.
Give it to him, boy.
At least respect that. At least respect that!
I don't know if you're aware, but I'm mentioning blood.
He deserved it so much. You doing it when he's arrested, you know. Oh, the lack of honor
I see
also.
you praying.
May the Valar forgive me.
For what?
I'm not sure, don't kill him. I'm against violence, so for sure I'm against you killing him. A good slap, it was great. Eh mais oh non, eh! It would have been even worse, you know, into the sacred place, you know, sacred water. Ew! Put it down.
Put it down, son. That's an order.
From your captain.
Our cat.
That fucking bastard! And you're cleaning your sword with his blood into that sacred water? I'm so sorry, boy. Are you? You deserve the worst. For the lack of respect and honor.
He was the one who started the uprising.
You see daggers where there are none, and you ignore them until they are ready for throw. No, enough. Did you alter the dwarven rings, yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Do you believe him?
We did.
What are you talking about? These are matters.
Spirit,
Time to say the
it's
truth?
not just scroll. This time we brought deceit into the process.
Deceit.
The letter. Oh. No, that was... You lied.
Oh, the level of manipulation is so good.
Father, I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Your desire to partner with the elves has saved our kingdom.
To have your father finally telling you that he's proud of you, that you were right all of this time and
I
all.
need you.
That he needs you.
I need your axe by my side.
But you know that it's because he's losing his mind.
Prince Durin,
Oh, he's giving you everything that you wanted, but you know that it's wrong.
Durin, what did he say?
that's right.
You didn't accept. I'm proud of you, Durin, but I wouldn't have blamed you if you would have accepted. I wouldn't have blamed you.
Swear it. Swear to me that you will never wear one of those rings. I swear it.
Oh, that promise. And your relationship, your love?
We have failed. Every one of us.
The designs were carried out to the most exacting detail, my lord.
Every last hammer stroke done to perfection, or did hubris and sloth come together to dull your attention? We must atone for our mistakes. In the only way we can, by completing the rings together.
Oh, you did it, you did it!
9 must do
Good
far
job.
more than bring aid to men. We must draw strength from 3 and somehow redeem the 7.
Redeem the
They must
seven.
redeem us all.
You're only talking about you.
My king. The orcs are in Mordor. A legion of them are headed for Eregion. Galadriel was right.
That will not be possible. I have reason to believe that Sauron is the architect of all this.
Eregion is the very jewel of Eldendor. If it were to fall, it would be a mortal blow for all in Middle-earth. You must send aid.
Our
too late.
armies cannot defeat both
No.
Adar and Sauron. Not alone.
Not alone, but you can... And again, I'm not sure that Ada, he is against Sauron right now. Making an alliance with him, I'm not sure neither, She's here. What do you want to do with her? Ada? Thank you.
Io che dissi, dove vanno? Adar. An inch of Kokos.
I was right! Okay, even if right there we we're finishing with Galadriel and we have the confirmation, at least I have the confirmation of what I suspected at the end of the previous episode, the fact that Adar capturing Galadriel, it wouldn't mean that for sure he would just try to kill her, to do bad things to her. The fact that he was against Sauron meant that maybe he would try to make an alliance with her and with the elves. Again, I can't see how you can make an alliance with Adar, with orcs, just like that, even if just before that we had all of that thing, you know, about we can't fight Sauron just by ourselves. I don't think that he meant the king, you know, the High King, I don't think that he meant orcs. I think that he meant other allies than these ones. So, okay, we have this end of this episode about that, but clearly the entire episode was in fact just about the rings, about rings being given to the dwarves, all of them being forged, and one of them already being used by Durin, and the fact that he is already gathering other dwarves, telling them, okay, I have these other rings made for you, you have to come to have them, but in exchange I need half of your might, he said. It's a lot. But yes, clearly the entire episode was about Durin, who had all of the rings, the fact that he's already using his ring for his city to bring back light into his city, but because of that he's touching to the foundation of his city, you know, the big walls, so it can have an impact into the future. Because of that he's cheating, he's not really listening to the stones, to the rocks, and it can be bad, like mountain. The mountain is gonna punish them because of that. I believe into that, you know, into that universe with how they are functioning. I believe into that. And Disa, I think, believe into that. She discovered also that there is a creature who is right there, who can attack, who can be a danger for them, but really Durin is like, I don't care about it. And is continuing to mine and to go deeper, further. And we know that at some point the dwarves, they went too far, too deep into the mountains, and they woke up. Something that should have never woken up. We know about it and we know what that creature is. I'm wondering if it's gonna happen during the next episode, if it's gonna take more time. No matter what, it's gonna happen. And Durin, the son, the prince, tried to talk with his father, tried to talk with Celebrimbor, tried to talk with his father. Like really, he tried his best to save the situation because he felt that something was wrong with the rings, but he didn't succeed. Well, I'm so proud of him. For sure, I'm proud of him because he tried to fight what was happening right there, but I'm even prouder of him because he has his father in front of him telling him, I'm proud of you. You were right all along. I need you. You can be the prince again, meaning you can have that role, that place again, that amount of money. We know that it's an issue for Durin right now, and we know that he's dealing with feeling guilty for his situation, for his family, for his kids and all. In front of that proposition, you know, made by his father, that offer, Durin, the son, the prince, didn't accept. And that I'm so proud of him. Like, I wouldn't have blamed him if he would have chosen, you know, to accept, because I would have understood all of the reasons behind, so I wouldn't have blamed him. But I'm so proud that he refused, for sure. And Tisa, I think that she's also really proud. And that promise that she made him make, about the fact that he can never wear a ring, I totally understand. The fact that she's scared. She's so scared about that. And now they are forging the rings for the men. Like Anatar, Sauron, tried to convince Celebrimbor with many different things. That, like at first it's for Middle Earth, you know, the men, they are suffering, so we need to help them. Like at first he tried to convince him with a big reason, it's for Middle Earth. Then it's for the men that are all suffering. He didn't manage to convince him with that. So after that it was, see that girl, she had that vision, so we need to protect her, to protect us right now and all of that. And in fact, at the end of everything, Anatar managed to convince Celebrimbor because, okay, the dwarves' rings, they are altered, and you are the responsible for that. You were the one in charge, you are the one responsible for the fact that they turned wrong, these rings, because you lied when you made them, because you created them the wrong way by lying, by cheating. So because of that, you know, you put darkness into these rings. So in fact, after everything, he didn't convince him, you know, Celebrimbor to do that for good, you know, for the men, for Middle Earth, for people around him. No, for himself. He managed to convince him. It's the fact that he was feeling guilty and feeling bad, you know, about what he did, that you managed to convince him. You know, it's for personal reasons, not for big reasons. And also, Anatar managed to convince the other elves that Celebrimbor is losing his mind, that Celebrimbor maybe is fighting with shadows, you know, maybe is the one bringing darkness right now into this project, to really deny the fact that he's doing it himself. Like the level of manipulation that Anatar had with everyone during this episode, it's so high. It's almost impressive, you know, like, wow, you can do that, manipulate everyone like that. For us, the viewers, it's easy to say because we know who is truly, but put yourself into their shoes, it's way more difficult. Even if Celebrimbor, we can see that he has doubts, a lot of doubts, but he's choosing at the end to not listen to his doubts and to really be more about himself, you know, about what he did and the fact that he's feeling guilty about it. He's not seeing the big picture. And during this episode we have one thing which is not about the rings, it's a part about Numenor and what is happening for them and the fact that a new king is forcing his rules. The fact that Miriel is gonna let him do so because she has the impression that if the Palantir showed something different to the captain, it means that her not being a queen, it's a good thing. But clearly, right there, they all have to surrender, you know, to give their things back because they were loyal to the queen, so they are not going to be loyal to the king. Oh, really, that moment when they are praying and you're not respecting that sacred place and that ceremony, you're intervening into the middle of it, and you're going to transform that place into something else, it's awful. And then to have you saying this awful stuff like, I'm so glad that he punched you in the face. And yes, with this fight I was really like, no, I don't want you to kill this awful asshole. I don't want you to kill him because I don't want you to dirty yourself with his blood. So I was against that fight finishing with killing that fucking asshole. So I was glad when he obeyed to his captain and he didn't do it, but he got killed. That's awful. I really thought that we would keep his character, it was so great. Valandil, you know? I'm so sad. I hope that at least it's gonna have consequences. You know, some people are gonna change their mind about not doing anything against this king. You know, the ones who are still supporting Miriel, I hope that at least now they're gonna go against the new king, like truly a war inside of the city between people. Oh, they don't have the rings yet, but it's almost the same, you know, like we'll see about it. This episode felt a little slow, you know, a little too long, but I think that it's truly because of the fact that we spent our time with the same characters. Normally, into one episode, we are jumping, you know, 4 narrative arcs, 4 different places, 4 different narrative arcs, and during this episode, we really stayed with Anatar and Celebrimbor talking and making the rings, the dwarves talking and using the rings. So it was really with the same subject. We had all of the Numenor part, but you know, in comparison of the place that was taking the two other ones with the rings, like it really felt like we stayed with the same story in fact, and maybe it's because of that I had the impression that it was too long and that it was a little slow. But at the same time, it was discussions that we needed to have between Durin and his father about the ring, and to see how it was beginning to influence him, and also between Celebrimbor and Anatar, to begin to see that something is wrong and he can't do anything about it, and in fact he's going to continue to make rings no matter what. It was important and necessary discussions. Tell me what did you think about this episode? Did you appreciate it? Tell me all of that. It's all for you and for me for this video, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.